We made it. WrestleMania week is here. Ringside Cinema on location, right here at Allegiant Stadium, home of WrestleMania 41. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Money Mike, and for the first time, Ringside Cinema gets to be on location at these events. I did not have this setup when I went to AEW All In London. I wish I did, because those pictures and videos would have been absolutely amazing in London. But we're here in Las Vegas, WrestleMania 41, all week long. So go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button right now if you want to see all what I will be doing this week in Vegas and all the action from WrestleMania weekend. Now, I have the match card here on my phone. We are going to do predictions here. And you can see behind me, Allegiant Stadium is ready to go for WrestleMania week. And we're going to go ahead and start with the Women's Tag Team Championships, as Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez will be defending against the team of Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. You know, it's kind of interesting to me that the WWE could only have like the tag team titles, like the best option for like all four of these women in this match. Like all four, like I feel like this card here for WrestleMania just reeks of like superstars should be doing something else, and this is kind of where I feel like for Liv Morgan, Bayley, like why isn't Lyra defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship? I did talk about that in a separate video. I'll link that up here above. But yeah, tag team titles on the line. I'm going to go Judgment Day here, retains. I think Bayley is going to turn on Lyra on like probably the post-Raw WrestleMania, the Raw after Mania, to go into a feud for the Intercontinental Championship. Sticking with the tag teams here, the New Day against the War Raiders. Now, we are here now. Obviously, you know, Allegiant Stadium is the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. You got to think that they've got to do something with like the Raiders and having like the theme and like crossing the, you know, the Raiders, you know, the War Raiders and the Las Vegas Raiders, some kind of mixed cool special entrance, right? But at the end of the day, it don't matter, because it's time to pay off that Big E segment. The New Day will win the tag team titles from the War Raiders. Hopefully now the Raw tag team titles will actually be able to actually be as good as these on the SmackDown side of things here. Then, of course, you got Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. I talked about this already. Both of these guys, especially Drew McIntyre, should definitely be doing something more than this. But if they do want to do a Drew McIntyre revenge tour, then it does make sense for him to face Damian Priest, as Damian did cash in on him last year at WrestleMania 40. And this year, it will be a Sin City street fight. I don't know if they're going to be fighting out here in the stadium, outside of the stadium, outside on the strip. Who knows where the fight's going to be, but I'm going Drew McIntyre there. Next, we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This is Jade's first singles WrestleMania match. She did team with Naomi and Bianca last year in a 6-woman tag against Damage Control. So now we're going to see if Jade is ready to go on that singles run that I think the WWE will be pushing post WrestleMania. I have Jade Cargill winning here, but I don't think Naomi is going to be hurt in the loss. I do think Naomi is going to be a good candidate for that Money in the Bank contract this year. Then, of course, Rey Mysterio going against the young, up-and-coming Luchador in El Grande Americano. Again, Chad Gable not on the WrestleMania card. That absolutely sucks. He should absolutely be on the card. But to me, this is El Grande Americano's debut. I'm going to go with El Grande Americano because I think Rey Mysterio, he's going to hang up the boots soon. He's going to retire. Probably put over Dominic Mysterio in his retirement match. So I think he needs to start putting people over, and that starts with El Grande Americano at WrestleMania. Then the United States Championship, you got LA Knight, against Jacob Fatu, the next big star out of the Samoan dynasty. Whew. I'll tell you, man, they just grow on trees in that family, don't they? Look, I'm a big LA Knight guy, but I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu. Just like Jade Cargill, Jacob Fatu is going to be that big single star coming out of WrestleMania this year. And it starts with the United States Championship. And I've seen people say the solo might cost Jacob the match, but I think it'd be more intriguing that if, Solo's been saying he wants to bring gold back to the family, but Jacob does it, and that's kind of what would make Solo jealous of Jacob, which would then start the feud post WrestleMania. So I'm going Jacob Fatu as your next United States champion. Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship, you got Braun Breaker defending against Penta, and then the Judgment Days, Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. I kind of wish this was an elimination match, because I think this would add a little bit more intrigue to it. But at the end of the day, I think Braun Breaker is kind of on that Gunther route. I think Braun Breaker post WrestleMania is probably going to be in the main event scene. So I'm going to go with Dirty Dominic Mysterio to win the Intercontinental Championship. And you know what? It would not surprise me one bit if he pins Finn Balor. Or perhaps maybe we get a new Judgment Day member. Perhaps maybe Liv Morgan gets involved in some way, and we get like a SummerSlam repeat where it was a Judgment Day explosion and everybody just turned on each other. I could see that happening here with either Liv or the newest member of the Judgment Day revealing himself or herself and helping Dom win the title. And hey, you know what? That means we get Finn Balor as a babyface, and we potentially get the Demon again. I'm all for it. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Listen, it's kind of thrown together. Again, AJ should be doing something more than Logan Paul. Like, I know it's going to be a great match, but AJ only has a few WrestleManias left, so why are we wasting one of them on Logan Paul? I'm going to go AJ Styles wins here. And hopefully at that point, I don't know what Logan Paul will do after that, but yeah, AJ Styles, he wins against Logan here. Alright, next up we have Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. Obviously there's a lot of heat backstage, behind the scenes. We've seen the promos, the disaster the promos have been. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair to win, because they're not bringing Charlotte back to lose. She won the Royal Rumble. She's not going to come back to lose. And maybe Tiffany Stratton will get the title back at SummerSlam or something. Who knows? But I could see a scenario where Charlotte does lose because they want to punish her for going off script, and I don't know. We'll have to see about that. And as you see behind me here, the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther, Jey Uso, on the stadium screen here. It's going to be an all-night eat party on Saturday night when Jey Uso becomes a World Heavyweight Champion. That, some people, I know there's been a lot of controversy with Jey Uso. Fans haven't been interested in the feud. I think they've done a good job at getting people interested again. And I think the big thing here is that the WWE does want that shot, the image of Jey Uso with the World Heavyweight title, yeeting with the entire stadium, the entire city of Las Vegas yeeting with him. And that post-Raw WrestleMania, the Raw after Mania, is going to be absolutely insane. The Women's World Championship triple threat match. You got Rhea, Io, Bianca. This could go either way. you could pick one of them to win here. But truthfully, I'm going to go with Io Sky because I feel like this is a similar scenario to the triple threat match between Roman, Punk, and Rollins. You have Rhea and you have Bianca kind of too busy with one another. They've been disrespecting Io Sky along the way. So I do think that because Rhea and Bianca are so consumed with one another, they're going to forget about Io, and Io is going to win and retain the Women's World Championship. And of course, the triple threat match I just talked about, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. There's no championship on the line, but there might be a Paul Heyman on the line. Who will Paul Heyman leave WrestleMania 41 with? I talked about that on the channel yesterday, so go ahead and check that video out here after you check out my predictions. I think Seth Rollins wins because Roman and Punk are going to be too consumed with one another, fighting over Paul Heyman. I think Seth Rollins walks away with the win. And could he leave with Paul Heyman? That, my friends, is going to be the mystery of Saturday night. Then, of course, the main event Sunday night, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, a new heel John Cena, by the way, that will be on SmackDown, will be on the post Raw after Mania. Is John Cena going to finally win his 17th World Championship? I agree with that. I absolutely think John Cena will win his 17th World Championship on Sunday night. We are going to get a John Cena heel run for his 17th run. This won't be a babyface, like big old nostalgia run for John Cena. This is going to be a heel championship run that I think we are not going to forget. So John Cena will win over Cody Rhodes. And Cody, I think at this point, should just do what Roman Reigns did and just take some time off after WrestleMania and come back for SummerSlam. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Ringside Cinema on location, my WrestleMania predictions. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think is going to win? And yeah, do I think Randy Orton will have a match at WrestleMania? Absolutely. Will it be against Solo? I hope not. But if Randy Orton does have a match, I think he does win because I think Randy Orton is going to be next in line for that WWE Championship. And we're going to get Randy Orton, John Cena at St. Louis Backlash. So again, comment below. I'm going to go and enjoy more Las Vegas. And I hope y'all are ready for WrestleMania. I am. And as always, I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema on location.